Yup. Queasy, what up? Vic, what up? Baby D, what's happening? Yeah, I know, man. My hair's so nappy, dog. Jap, what up? Grasher, what's happening, OGs? Long time no see. Hood, what's up with you, TD? Girl, you ain't even called me to talk basketball. Keo, what up? Mondo, what up, man? Mondo, what's happening? Yeah, what's happening? We in here. Finna do an interview and
All right, I'm
talk to a
here.
lovely lady. There you go. There you go. DJ
I'm
Head, what
here.
up? Head, what up? Head, what up? What's up with y'all?
All right. This is the
X, what
second
up?
artist that I've interviewed that bullied me into coming on a live.
I did not bully you. I did not bully you. What up, Jay?
Like,
I'm not bullying you. No, I'm helping you. You feel me? Oh, here you go with that shit. You know I hate. You know the thing I hate about being from LA is whenever you say something, six, what up? Like I'm saying, my hair is nappy. They like, why I gotta be nappy? Nobody is talking about that. You
right.
feel me? Like
Right,
we
right, right.
can't. That's the worst part about being from a gang. Like so many words become off limits because your people will be like, "What about us?" And it's like, bro, this is not about. This is about real black hair. You feel me? My hair is fucked up. It's curling up in my skin. I don't
It
even know
ain't
another
fucked up.
word. Yeah,
But listen, we are on Streetz Talks, but we're going to be on your page and we're going to do it like that. So you got
yeah.
to make sure you save the live so I can get it and send it
I'm
to
gonna
you.
just
You
give
got
it
to
to
download
you.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So do you want to start where we left off at to
Sure.
inform
Yeah, yeah.
everybody?
So yeah, I'm saying so. It's like when you say the black woman is not being protected by the black man, it's like that's like an asinine thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy because it's like I don't think it's the white woman that's throwing y'all off. I think that it's not the white woman or the white, nothing to do with that. Y'all kind of giving them space within the culture. You feel me? Y'all, it's like with transgender, right? Like y'all are giving them space to emulate y'all. Because if you're wearing a lot of makeup, just listen, listen, think. I know it sounds crazy, right? Like a woman's essence is like this really natural thing. It's from birth. Feel me? When they start menstruation, like they have a natural essence, right? But if you start covering up all that natural essence, right, with makeup, right, and you start putting like this white woman hair, right, and you start cutting your nose and you start having surgery, you start doing things, men can emulate that. See, men can't emulate your natural essence, but whatever look the sisters is going for, you feel me?
Right.
That look can be emulated. And that's what I think. So I don't think it's about us so much not protecting y'all. I think it's y'all not allowing yourself to be protected. And I think it's based off of that silly movement that them white women was fighting for, which made sense to get equal pay. And in some place, y'all decided that y'all wanted to be equal to a man. And now you mad that a man ain't doing the same things that he should do. But it's also your fault because you're not allowing it. Like you're trying to be him and then you want him to be him. Or we both can't be men.
Okay, so I understand that. Like, a woman cannot be a man. But at the end of the day, it's like, why is it that people feel like women didn't go through the same struggles as a man? Like, for instance, when you meet somebody, a dude, he might be from the hood, probably grew up with no father, and he has these struggles and these things that's built into his mental and his heart. Women go through the exact same thing. We had to raise ourselves. We had to fend for ourselves. Like, I feel like people are not allowing women to, like, actually be hurt, and we have to be strong. Like, we're looked at like we got to be strong all the time. Instead, sometimes we probably need a man to be our protector, to be strong for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, in all actuality, what a black woman is looked at is strong. You got to be strong. Even your mother, I seen an interview that I
Sure.
watched with you, and you were saying like how your mother was
What up,
strong and she
bro?
was a stud, right? So
Mhm.
it's like we are looked at as we're supposed to be strong. Like, why can't we rely on a man to be strong for us and protect us instead of us having to fill that in because we don't have protection? That's why women act like that. Like, I feel like they
No,
have to be so strong and independent.
you started acting like that. That's a very new concept. That ain't even 50 years old. I mean, or it might be 50 years old. Like the black man and black woman both understood they were under attack in America, right? So
Right.
they stood with each other, they worked with each other, they did whatever because they knew it was them against the world. But what happened was when the white woman started that equal pay movement for women's independence, they knew that y'all was the loudest people on the planet Earth, so they came and manipulated y'all minds, and then y'all start fighting against the same men that was being oppressed with you. So it was never
Right.
like a separation in that. It became economically viable for y'all to separate yourself from us. Feel me? It became economically viable to you guys. And the bond was lost. You feel me?
So
I think human beings in general, right, are expected to be strong, but I don't think a black woman is expected to be any more stronger than a black man or any black person on the planet. Like we all got our same, you know what I mean, issues. So it really comes down to, you know, you gotta actually allow somebody to protect you as well. Feel
right.
me? That's an important thing. So when you posted that, like, I know a lot of black men. I follow black men on social media. It's a guy Whack. Like he does everything for his old lady. He stand down with her. You feel me? My friends, my homeboys. You feel me? Different people. Everybody stand down with their old ladies. Like that's just automatically for us. So when you saying black men don't care for their women, it's like crazy. It's like what are we really talking about? Like, are we talking for real, or are we saying something that's just
No,
crazy?
that is for real. Like just like you, like I feel like everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and an opinion comes from a perception that's based on experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the public eye, what you see as dominant and strong is a black man with another nationality. It's not that many
Where do
in
you
the
see
public.
where do you see that? Like probably the most popular person who will be characterized as a black man is with a black woman, which is Barack Obama. If you're talking about the most powerful brother in
As far as hip
entertainment,
hop culture,
I'm saying Jay-Z and Beyonce.
yeah, but it's not always public eye like out there. It's not like you know what I mean. Like, or do you not comprehend?
I mean, I think there's ways to look at everything, right? I think you could focus on the glass being half empty. You could look at Kanye and Kim, and that becomes, you know, your token piece if you want it to be. But Jay-Z and Beyonce is probably the most popular couple, you know, outside of those
True.
two. So, and they represent blackness to the fullest, and he got her back to the fullest. No different than
So,
Barack and Michelle.
so you don't believe that the black men are weakened?
I think black people in general are under attack. Feel me?
Right.
In general, like black women are under attack because they are since like for a while now they have been compromising their identity. Right? They are compromising who they are. They're compromising, you know, the thing that makes them them. Does that make sense? Like whatever hair it is, whatever skin naturalness it is, whatever figure it is, they compromising it all and allowing it to be, you know, duplicated because they fucking with it. So they're allowing it to be duplicated by white women and men.
Right.
A man could look like a black woman the way black women are going these days. You feel me? Because you're allowing your natural essence to be
Okay.
covered.
Okay, but then that comes to the part with black men being weakened. Like in our society, it's like even black men are going to be women.
I don't want to say black men. I think all men are going through that. But yes, I definitely believe there is an attack on black people in general. Yeah, men and women. So just like it's an attack on y'all, right, about y'all natural essence and how you guys are starting to refute it and stop being exactly who you naturally are, right? You have black men, you know, it's not just the white men attacking them, right? You got black women at the same time kind of attacking them as well. You feel me? Like you got black women advocating for all kind of lifestyles that they do not want their men to be a part of, but they advocating for it in public. Like there's no reason for people to stand up straight if you're not really telling them. Like if you're gonna pay all your bills, if you're gonna brag about being independent, if you're gonna brag about paying your bills, if you're gonna brag about being strong, then what do you need a nigga for? Like I wouldn't brag about cooking and be thinking I need a woman. Like if I'm bragging about how bomb I cook, then you know what I mean? It's if I was bragging about how good I could, you know, get myself off sexually, you know what I'm saying? If I was bragging about all of the things that a woman brings balance to your life, if I could balance my own books, if I could take care of myself, you feel me? Then if I'm bragging about that, why would I expect to attract a woman?
So what do you think it would take for the black man and the black woman to come together back as a unity?
Well, you would have to start denouncing the white man's effort to economically not even empower you, but economically let you get, you know, to a decent place and start riding or dying with the same man that you came into this, you know, world with. You have to do the same thing. You have to stop bragging about being independent. It is not attractive. Nobody should care that a grown ass person could take care of themselves. That is not
True.
attractive.
I
Every
just
grown
said that I
human
feel like
being,
people shouldn't praise people for what they are doing.
yeah,
Praise people for the unthinkable, not shit that they're supposed to be doing.
yeah. Like I don't. Why we? I I get it. It was a time where that was cool, where it was like being independent is awesome. Like I felt like Beyonce with Destiny's Child is different. She let y'all all like empowered y'all to make y'all feel like y'all was the shit and independent, and turned around and Mrs. Carter y'all ass to death. Now y'all all looking lost like lost dogs, like y'all leader just frauded y'all, and now she married to a nigga, and her whole album now is Mrs. Carter. She don't even want you to call her Miss Knowles no more. It's like I'm Mrs. Carter. But for years she gave y'all music, you feel me, that made y'all say like, oh, I'm independent and I'm by myself and yeah, Miss Independent and can't no man do nothing for me. Shit. I I don't know what type of woman don't want a man to take care of them. That just seems crazy to me. Like
Right.
I get it, there are a woman. I think a prostitute could be like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the average woman doesn't want to be provided for. That just don't even seem crazy. I don't think no human being don't want to have somebody helping them or providing something for them.
I think it's a balance, and I feel like within our Black culture, we never had a balance.
We always had a balance until the women's rights movement came. We all
You,
we all both knew we had to work. We both knew what it was. We both had to play our parts. Feel me? But when the white women came to y'all and was like, hey, feel me, we trying to get equal pay. Y'all was black in the first place. So y'all was never ever in the same place, but they knew y'all talked the loudest. It's like right now with all of this voting shit going on with Trump, excuse me, and Biden. It's like, man, it ain't that many black votes. It might be 10, 11 million black votes, but they know black people are the loudest people in this country. So if
right.
they get us down with them, then we gonna scream your name. We gonna tell everybody. We gonna promote you. We gonna advertise for you. We gonna bring publicity to you. You feel me? And that's what they want from us. Well, that's what the white women wanted from y'all, and they made y'all separate from y'all men as well. Not to mention, you can only get certain government programs if you disown your man, if you kick him out, if you put him on child support. You feel me? They done played y'all into the corner and made y'all think that y'all was your own thing, and y'all never was your own thing. It was always black people
Well,
together.
okay, so it's not so just the women. We did. This it plays a role. Like it's like how the system is set up. Basically, like you're saying, the system is set up to where a black woman, if you got kids, you want welfare, you want these benefits, the man can't live in a house. You know what I mean? Black men for years have already been pulled back. If we go back to slavery times, they've been pulled from the families. It's something that's been instilled in the black men that I feel like in today's time, some black men don't. It's not obligated to them to stay with their family. Whether a woman is on child the county or not, it's just instilled. Niggas be having hella kids and just go to the next situation, the next situation. They don't feel like they gotta stay within the family. I think it's more deeply rooted than from when the women's right was voting.
But I think, like I said, if you look at the history of, well, what you would call black separation or black divorces, you feel me? It's not happening until the women's independent right movement. Statistically, this is how it's
That's
going.
statistically, but implemented as a seed in the black people. The slave men were snatched from the families right in front of them. You feel me?
No, I'm not
And
disagreeing,
so it's like women
but
were being raised without. We were already back in slave days. Women had to raise them kids by themselves already.
no, really, like yes, right, and yes and no, but I don't think that's the issue for the separation. I think we figured it out after slavery. We came together and made good. If you look at Detroit in the 50s and 60s, we came together and we made good. But when the women's right movement happened, when the women's rights movement happened, that became the death blow to what we consider the black family. Not to mention moving forward to Biden, you feel me? He enforcing it with the crime act, you feel me, and really pulling black people, black men out of the homes. I'm not saying that black men or black women is right or wrong. You feel me? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's both of them, but it's not like
Right.
in your original post. It's not, oh, black men don't protect black women. Black men will kill for black women. Like if we somewhere, if any of my homeboys from my hood, feel me, if any of my friends that I know through music or that I just conversate with, some of my more intelligent partners, if we somewhere and a black woman is getting beat up by somebody that's not black, it's on. I don't know where black men are allowing black women to get beat up. I mean, there is really weird dynamics, pimping for one, feel me, certain situations where those are weird dynamics, but that ain't the mass of black men. Feel me, we standing up for black women. for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like Tory
For the
Lanez
most
from
part.
Canada. So Tory Lanez from Canada, so it's just different. Like your skin could be dark, but it's a different thing. You feel me? So I don't want to just throw him under the bus because I don't know what the fuck happened. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I'm just saying we ain't really just trying to do the bullshit. That's all. And I just thought that was unfair.
Well, did we come to a happy medium with that topic, or do you think there's still some answers?
Oh, I need you to issue an apology to the black man. I really do.
Hold on. Let me tell you why. What deeply rooted me to say that. I was in a situation, right, where the black man should have protected me. Instead, you got to tell
us the whole situation.
Oh my God, I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. This is the best time. This is because it may be something you need information on because you may be emotionally looking at it wrong or you may be right. So we got to be able to tell the whole situation so we can know. But other than that, you owe black men an apology. No, I'm telling you because you came at the heart of it.
I don't think I owe them an apology because I am entitled to my own opinion. And I didn't say all of them. If you go back and listen to what I said, I basically was
You didn't say some. You said no. You said black men. It was not some black men. It was black men. You talked about the heart of us. So I think that would be right to just say, hey,
no, I don't have no pride. Somebody said I have pride. I have no pride.
And you should apologize because now we're talking about true.
Okay, you know how I'll apologize? I'll apologize if the black men took it in a way where I feel like they don't protect black women. Okay? That's good.
But I'm saying it's not that. Like if you're not gonna say some, you feel me, then you making it all of us. And at that point you should apologize to the body and heart of black men for saying that. It's not true. You know it's not true. You know black men will stand up for you. Just because you met a bum who didn't, don't mean black men won't stand up for you. And that's not fair. Like I can't blame every.
I think we need to go back to the post because I know I didn't say all. I know I did not generalize all.
No, you said black men. You didn't say some black men. You said black men, which is a generalization. Just say sorry.
Look at this line. No!
Just say sorry. It's cool. Like you know what? I'm sorry to the black men that will stand up for black women. I did not mean to offend y'all. That should be fair.
Did I offend you?
100%. I'm looking like, I don't know what this sister don't think I stand up for. If somebody's whooping your ass, I'm not gonna let nobody whoop your ass.
Right. Okay, everybody, listen. This is so funny. I apologize if I offended any black man with my post. But at the end of the day, I said what I said based on an experience that I have went through and should have protected me instead of throwing me under the bus.
Tell us the story so we can at least know.
Why they tell me to say sorry? I just did.
No, just because that was like a bad apology. But tell us the story.
Oh my.
Tell us the story.
Okay, so you guys want to hear the story. So I'm about to tell you the story. So I was dating someone, and they got caught up in some shit, right?
What kind of shit? Criminal shit or street shit?
Criminal.
Okay, so they got in trouble with the law.
Yes.
Okay.
And
drugs or violence?
Let's just say they got in trouble.
I'm just saying because it matters. Go just violent or drugs. Because if it's violent, if it's a violent crime, that's different. If it's drugs and you benefiting off the money, I can still shape the conversation. So I kind of just which direction. No details, but just which direction.
We're going, I don't want to, because it's still kind of going on.
Drugs or violence? Which way? Financially beneficial or violence?
Don't say financially beneficial.
Financially beneficial. That's what it is. Okay, go ahead.
Not financially beneficial.
Okay.
You know which way we're going?
Okay, it's violence. Got it.
No, I heard you. It's not financially beneficial, but it went the other way. You know what I'm talking about?
Got you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, copy. So in the situation, at the end of the day, I feel like it's a woman. I should have been protected in the situation, but instead, you threw me under the bus. So you can go.
How did they throw you under the bus? Did he tell the police it was your drugs? Or did he tell the police you did this? Or did he not come and step forward and own his own stuff?
It was more so they said I did. I knew.
Oh, that has nothing to do with men. That's not man. That is a rat. That is a snitch. That has nothing to do with being black. That is the lowest form of human being breathing. That has nothing to do with black. A rat is a rat in every color. That ain't got
Okay.
nothing to do with
But that's
black.
still a black man.
No, that is not. That is not. That is an unacceptable person in this world. If you had nothing to do with something, you feel me, and somebody allowed you to lay down for them, that person ain't even a man. That's a boy. So we can't even have like adult conversations about boys. That's a boy. That's not even a man. I wouldn't even let a friend of mine go down like another dude who I was hustling with. If we both had a spot together, right? And we both were selling Sherm, and I had a 16 ounce in my car, and we both got the same spot, but I had the 16 ounce in my car, I'm not letting him go to jail, let alone a woman who didn't have nothing to do with it. That's some little boy shit.
Right.
Feel me? That's not man. So I can't even have a black man conversation about somebody doing boy shit. He is immature. And if you was dating him, you feel me? You got to be more careful. You got to do better in the screening processes because that is not correct.
Well, no, I think I learned a big ass lesson. Trust me.
I'm saying in the screening process though, in the screening process, like that is crazy. I never did that to a homeboy who we both commit crimes together. I never did that to them. So I can't. That's not a.
So that's why I'm not making that post.
That's not a black man not protecting you. That is not about protection. That's a black man that's a man's lack of accountability. That's some little boy shit. That ain't got nothing to do with black men, white men. That is straight immature, irresponsible, and being unaccountable. That's just like horrible. So I can't even. That's not no black man shit. I don't know what the fuck that was.
But it was a black man.
No, it was a black boy in a man's body. You sure? Like, I don't know. You might be like a pedophile because that was a little boy or something.
Shut the fuck up.
That is not no man shit.
I want to jump into our interview since we kind of went this way, that way,
That's
up, down. Anyways, I just wanted to applaud you for your wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched a lot of your interviews and I was understanding, like, to me, it was crazy because most people that interviewed you, they were kind of one-sided. Like when you did the interview with Big Boy and the girl AD was like talking about how she didn't care about Baby Lane and the situation. So I felt for that because it kind of made me feel like, damn, like you don't care about people, you know? And I understand your whole perception in that whole project, you know?
She's a beautiful woman, you know, the lady that works at Big, but she's not from the streets. You know what I mean? She's not really a part of the culture. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but like just because you listen to rap don't mean you hip hop. Right. So if you're not from our world, then you don't understand it. Feel me? She don't understand it. And that's the point of hip hop. They would be the same person in 1987 after NWA came out with Fuck the Police that would be like, oh, they're wrong for this. How can they disrespect the heroes? They just got the cat out of the tree. I don't care what they did to those criminals. Or she would be the person in 1995 protesting Tupac getting out of jail for rape. Oh, he's a rapist. You guys are letting him out to make music. You know, all of these people existed. Feel me? So Day is not, and I don't mean this negative, and no matter what I say, she's going to take it negative, but she's not from the streets. She don't get it. She don't. She's somebody who's a fan of us as the culture, feel me? And she's choosing sides. For us, feel me, we all respect who we are and what we go through. So it's just different. And that's what dope hip hop is. Dope hip hop is, I remember when Tupac came out with Hit 'Em Up, and you know he was furious, and then they used one of the skits on To Live and Die in LA, and the lady it was the Street Science show with Dominique DuPrima, I think it was, and she was so offended that everybody did not care about the violence he was talking about in those records because they felt that man pain. So she couldn't believe, well, he's talking about killing people and I had sex with your wife and not in those words, but he's saying that's how she was in that interview. So to me, it was the shit because it was like me getting the same responses that all of the greats, Tupac, Ice Cube, feel me, Snoop, Jay, all of the legends got before me, that type of energy. So I'm not mad at Day. She's square. She don't know. She don't get it. It's not for her to understand. She'll look at it in a year or two and maybe understand it better. Feel me? I'm cool with it.
I feel okay. So I made a post yesterday in my story. I was like, to me, it's kind of crazy how people that, like I said, hip hop comes from the streets, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop comes from the streets. I was like, why is it that people that never spent a day in their life in the street can capitalize and win off of our hip hop culture?
So I just had that conversation, right? And see, the confusion is everybody who rap is hip hop. That's a false, and that's the problem. I just had this conversation with DJ Head, and it ended up being some little hoopla, but it was whatever. But it was about Drake, like, right? And I was expressing to him that Drake is not hip hop. Drake is a mainstream rapper. Rap was made popular by hip hop, but rap didn't start hip hop. I mean, excuse me, hip hop didn't start rap, rather. Rap was way before hip hop. A guy named Joe Tex coined the phrase and actually the style that we consider rapping. Just like dance and DJs are before hip hop. We just made them
Right.
popular. We just made them popular. So what happens is now, fast forward to 2020, anybody rapping, we automatically affiliate them with hip hop. Hip hop
Right.
equals culture, street culture. So if it has no street culture, it is not hip hop. Straight up. So it's as simple as that. I was talking to Drama, and I didn't even realize somebody was his artist. I didn't mean to offend them, but just because you rap don't mean you hip hop. Like, you can mainstream rap. Like, at one time, singing would have thought to have been, as far as urban music goes, it would have thought to have been exclusive to R&B. Right now, a lot of the hip hop artists are singing on songs.
Right.
So singing is maybe in urban music is popularized by gospel or R&B, but it's not exclusive to R&B or gospel. You can be in hip hop and sing. So the confusion is that we feel like people coming in and eating off our culture. They're not. They're just eating off rap. Black people ain't an easy nut to crack. Like, we don't give shit easy. So a lot of these dudes are marketing straight to, people that look like them. And then they come get us, you feel me? And we fuck with them because we're trying to appeal to white people too. So I don't think they're really just getting involved in our culture and eating. I think that they are just rapping and we automatically like, oh, this is hip hop. No, that shit is mainstream rap. That's like if Elvis started rapping, you feel me? Like, it's the same thing. They are mainstream guys.
Right. The project that when you dropped that project, I know it's like about a year ago now, like how much, like, since then are you still getting like backslash from it? Like, people
Sure.
like still?
Yeah. It's people, every now I get a death threat. Every week people make reaction videos still.
Yeah.
What up, Sherry? People make reaction videos every week. It's cool, like, it's crip. Like, so it's like,
He said it's crip. Have you
saying?
out of that project, like, do you feel like the message that you wanted to relay, like, did you convey it properly?
So that's funny. So I was talking to Thurs from You and I probably about 2 hours ago, and we talked about an hour. And I was telling him that I have been trying to tell this same story, right, in hip hop, in the culture, for about 12 years. I have been trying to express what it's like, the pain in being a gangbanger, the insecurities in being a gang member, all of the real things that I know to be true based off experience, and then having conversations with homies, like listening to why they telling you to do this or why they are doing this. And I've been trying to get that conversation across for a long time. And I feel
Right.
like it was never heard. I put out a song called Car Wash. People missed it. They couldn't relate. And it took me years of learning the science. I said it on Twitter the other day. Like, I have a bachelor's in the science of records. I have a master's in the magic of marketing, right? And I have a doctorate in the art of hip hop. Feel me? So I had to get all of those things to get this same story across to everybody for them to understand how much pain it is being a gangbanger, how compromising it is, how much peer pressure is involved in it, how, feel me, like, misguided it can seem, but it's really innocent, it's fair, and it's pure. That's the thing about gangs. Like, I refuse to let people tell me it's not pure. Like, I don't care how many people be in wars and shit. Ain't nobody went and put poison in the water supply. Ain't nobody went to the meat
Right.
market and poisoned the meat so everybody in this neighborhood, feel me, can eat this tainted meat and kill their infants that's from this neighborhood. Nobody goes to the local swimming pools in the park from these rival neighborhoods and, you know, poison it with cyanide or put whatever in the water to make it to where, you know, when people go swimming, they die. Like, it's still very fair. It's still very competitive. It's just a death sport, and that's dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
If everything, like with everything you know now, do you think that, like I asked Big Y this question too, do you think that you would have got affiliated with a gang or
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah,
have if you can
yeah.
make a decision?
I love my homies. I love them. They my friends. Like, I was just in a group chat watching one homie like act up and act wild just to get attention, and watching the other homies try to control him, and then realizing that we like one big family. It's the same thing going on in my family right now. And I would always be from where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, if I could do it again, I would be from 7th Street. Like, I love my friends and I love my homies. And I love them. You know what I mean? I just don't see it the way other people see it. Like, this ain't somewhere that I just wound up and I met some strangers and now I'm expected to die for them. You know,
Right.
these is people, like, I'm talking to De'Ara, for me, my little homegirl. I remember when her mom got pregnant with her. Straight up. I
Right.
remember her mom got pregnant with her. She's probably 20 something now. To watch her grow up, I love her. I will murder you behind her. This is my family. Feel me? When I was 9, 8, 10, walking down the street, feel me, at my dad's house to go get some liquor store. These are the same people who looked out for me, took care of me. I mean, some of them always test you and make you a little tougher, but they always have been there for me. When I
Right.
graduated school and my mom was in jail, and my big homies came, two of my big homies and my big homegirl, my homegirl mama that I'm talking about came to my graduation. Feel me? So I don't know how all of the rest of these people are gangbang. I don't know what they doing. If you just wander to a neighborhood with people that you don't know, feel me, and you join the gang, like, I don't know what the fuck you doing. How can you
Right.
die for a stranger? How could you kill for a stranger? Like, that's like the military or something. Feel me? Like, people for the military ask me, how do I do this? And I laugh. I'm like, nigga, I know all of these people. Feel me? I know them. I
Right.
grew up with them. We got ties. We starved together. We ate together. We're friends. We're family. Feel me? Yes, we have problems. Yes, it's desperation in the air at times and shit can go bad. But we're family. How do you join the military as a black man to fight for a country, feel me, that don't fuck with you, a bunch of white people that you probably know is prejudiced, and you going out here to fight and die for them? That's strange to me. Feel me?
Right.
For
Yeah.
$1,000 a month. For
Yeah,
me,
that
it's
don't make
my
any
friends.
sense
It's
to
my
me.
flesh and blood. Feel me? It's this my peoples. Feel me? Like, my brother made the most sense. He like, well, I'm fighting for my family that's in this country. But I'm gonna fight for him, and I'm gonna fight for all of my family that's from my neighborhood, like, with a ferocity, because I know them. If you don't know people, I don't know what are you doing. Like, if you don't know your homies, you're not like, I don't know what you're doing. That's weird.
I
How
want
do
to
you
say
die
this.
for strangers?
How does it come to a point where, like, okay, in LA, we all from LA, it's like different areas throughout, like, you know, the West Coast with gangs and how it's like spread throughout the US. Like, how did it become a division where we are fighting and killing one another, but we like, I feel like we're so powerful, and if we, because gangs are like all over the world, right? Imagine if all the gangs within the black cultures come together and we, like, you know, use our, like, we could be our own army, right? No matter what hood you from or what area you grew up in, where did the division come from? Like,
Well, I think anytime you separate poor people, you feel me, and you
mm-hmm.
put them in different places, when you poor, like, your ability to get around seems very compromised. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's a lot of people that's from where I'm from that never been to the beach.
right,
Feel me? Straight to the beach. That motherfucker 15, 20 minutes away. Feel me? And they never been to the beach. So you have this desperation, right? You have this thing going on, right? So you already broke and poor, and it's a tribal thing because you and your friends are growing up together, right? And then out of that desperation, situations happen, right? Maybe it's You know, these is my last pair of shoes and somebody stepped on my shoes. Or all I have is pride, right? All I got is pride. All I got is my friends. Like, it's an expression from a movie, New Jack City, and it says, we all we got, right? Look what they're saying. They're saying this few bit of strangers that is not their family is all they have. Not we have billions of dollars, not we have a great career, not we have 13 cars, not we have a wife and a family, not we have children. No, we are all we have. Feel me? So what happens is you in the jungle and out of desperation, things just happen. Feel me?
Right.
Out of have-nots, things happen. The things you value, right? Pride, somebody bumping you, you know, those situations escalate, right? Because it's based off of people not having things, that your mind being fucked up, distracted by all of these have-nots. And then usually somebody gets killed in these situations as they escalate. Well, guess
Right.
what? Now you're ready to die to avenge that person.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You ready to die to avenge that person. My brother said the fighting and killing started with liquor and women. Feel me? All you got is your woman.
Right.
You may be willing to go kill everybody over this girl. She may not even be worth it, but that's all you have. It ain't like you got a doctor, a woman that's a doctor in your back pocket in this nice house in Beverly Hills. Whoever this motherfucker is from the hood, that's all you got. And because that's all you have, you protect it with a different vigor. And then once somebody dies, you feel me? It never stops. It's
Right.
like, my friend, y'all killed my friend, you feel me? So I'm going to kill y'all or one of your friends because I feel like that's justice. You know,
So
it's justice is not just foreign to us. I mean, justice is not foreign to us. You feel me? Like, we believe in justice.
right.
If you kill somebody, you feel me? It probably could be matched with a death.
So with all your experience and years in the game as an artist, a recording artist, and also as well as I like to say being affiliated from an area, what is something that you feel like is the most empowering thing that you got out of everything?
You know, so my last 10 years, I only released 2 albums. All of the information, you know, my appreciation for the science of records, like, it makes me look at Dr. Dre completely different than I ever did before. You feel me?
Right.
And then it's dope to have a conversation where I'm educating him, where he's listening to me, or Battle Cat, where I'm educating a god of this culture.
Right.
Feel me? You start talking about the art of hip hop, and then to have a conversation with DJ Drama and really start expressing to probably one of the most popular DJs to ever grace the culture, like, yo, this is what hip hop is, and I could stand on it, and other people will validate what I'm saying. Or like something with marketing where you're like, you understand the magic of it all, and you're able to manipulate, you know, the audience's attention with one song. You know what
You
I'm
did
saying?
that.
One song, right? And you know, you study 3 or 4 years for one song. Feel me? That the information, the education is the most powerful thing that I ever got out of this. Not the money, feel me? Not none of that. Just the education. I feel so empowered and I feel in control. And that's the best
Right.
thing.
I give that to you because like when I watch hella your interviews or whatever, and I was like, damn, like he actually speaks like not from a one-way mind. Like, and I feel like a lot of people are so like they're stuck with just one perception. And I feel like to be an artist, you have to be able to know how to expand your message to a broader audience where everybody can understand what you're saying. And a lot of people don't know how to talk to the people. They're just talking probably for a person or for self. Like, and I feel like for people to understand, you have to understand it all.
You know what? Oh man, you're so right. Like the specialness it takes to communicate. You know, some part, like, I can honestly say when I got in this business, I was in the art of hip hop. Like, I was
Right.
about the art. Like, I'm expressing to y'all what I'm going through. If these niggas is trying to kill me, I'm rapping about it. If I'm getting into it with these niggas, I'm telling you my art. I'm giving you my art. You feel me? But then
Right.
again, you're in the business of records. So without an understanding in that science, you feel me, the communication is lost. Again, it took me 12 years probably to express what I was trying to express, the pain and all of the stuff about gangbanging. Tupac Must Die came out in 2019. Car Wash came out in 2009. Like, I've been trying to express to people. I feel like people think about gangbanging and they think about all of the glamour, right?
Right.
The party, the low riding and all that. Nobody really understands the stress and the pressure. So I was trying to be the first person to tell that story. And for years, I couldn't communicate it to the public. I could never keep their interest or gain a broad enough interest in the conversation, even though they were really already fascinated by it. They weren't fascinated by that part of it. So I had to figure out a way to tell them the story that made them emotionally vested. So all of that education got me to that point to tell exactly what it's like in Tupac Must Die. And just like every day is somebody whining, you know, and complaining about it, it's 2 or 3 people every day coming back to me saying like, damn, I judged it early. I get what you were doing. Like, this is brilliant.
Right.
Damn, I didn't know. I didn't get it. This is genius. And it's like that, it was all worth it. It's worth all the vulnerability. You feel me? Great hip hop comes from those vulnerable moments where you put yourself out there, whether it's Glasses Malone or Dr. Dre putting himself, like I put myself out there to be killed by somebody who may have took it personal or thinking that, you know, like, oh, I'm a Tupac fan. Like Ice-T thought I was genuinely going to get shot at. You feel me? Like he was like, and I'm like laughing like, bro, I'm a gangbanger. You feel me? I don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Like some nigga being mad. I'm a professional at that. Or you know, that vulnerable. But I told Dre and them, like, imagine how dangerous it was for y'all in 1987 after you made Fuck the Police.
Right.
Feel me? So it's in vulnerability, revealing yourself, revealing your true thoughts, revealing the information pure, not watered down. So
you know what's crazy? Why is it that the truth and being pure in it, like having purity inside and trying to express it, becomes controversy? Because I noticed they call you like the controversy king, like, oh, you're controversy. But it's like, why, if me speaking the truth, why does it have to be controversy? It's like, is everybody so programmed to think one way? Like, what the fuck?
Think about it. I was just, from the initial conversation, right, when we're talking about women, black women, think about all of the things black women do to lie to themselves.
Right.
Right? You
and black men.
Well, I mean, let me start there first, right? Black women, because black men lie is different. Black women lie is outside. Black men lie inside. Black women will put on heels to make themselves taller than they are. Black women wear girdles to make their waist appear narrower. They'll wear a push-up bra to make it sit up.
Black men paint their hairlines.
Let me finish. I'm gonna get to them niggas. I ain't done. I'm gonna get to them niggas. Feel me? Black women post this shit up. Like, I've seen pictures of girls putting on makeup on their face, right? And doing certain things, and their neck and shit be a different color. Feel me? Like, their neck is a different color. Feel me? Putting on eyelashes that are impossible to grow as a human. Wearing white ladies' hair. You feel me?
It's from India.
Yeah, I'm saying white lady who like curry. Feel me? Like, like all of these lies that they tell on the outside, right? And men lie on the inside, right? They think they bring value to themselves based off of who they sleep with or how much money they get. So honestly, as insecure women are, men are much more insecure. It's an internal malfunction with niggas. You feel me? Like, it's the things that tear you down as a man is unfucking believable. You feel me? And what's crazy is, like, I know niggas who would sleep with girls that I slept with, feel me, to feel like that they're closer to my status. Like, well, she gave me some pussy, I must be as good as that.
That's vice versa. Females do that shit too.
So, you feel me? like it is very much like, you know, you're dealing with some shit. It's just the lies. We are all into lies. Like, everybody wants me to lie.
Women lie, men lie.
And numbers lie for sure. You feel me? Because
numbers do lie. Everybody's getting exposed.
Yeah. So it's like, the truth is a divisive thing. You feel me? The truth is the divisive thing. Lies unite. Feel me? Lies have always united. Christianity is based off a lie, not a lie about if Jesus existed, right? But if you study like the Council of Nicaea and all that stuff, and you go through all of that shit, like they have made decisions based off of what would bring people together, not necessarily off the truth. Right. Jesus got killed for telling the truth. Like it's rough. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just rough. It's how it go. But it's room for both to exist. It's gonna be less of the truth. Feel me? But what I would like to do in my situation, I don't want to just go around screaming the truth. You feel me? But I've accepted that you're gonna be shunned, feel me, telling the truth. That's just what comes with it. So if I make a song expressing what could happen in a situation, people are gonna be mad because they want to make it grand. They don't want to see their heroes. Like imagine if you heard the story of Jesus Christ and he actually had a prostitute pregnant. You feel me?
Right.
Like he was walking around, he actually drank wine and got loaded before. Imagine how tough it would be for people to follow that person. It's no different than Tupac. If you show the flaws or what people perceive as flaws, you know what I'm saying, and who Tupac was, to them it brings down, you know, to a person who needs to believe in a lie, it brings down his value. Right. Versus somebody like me, I look at that like that's a human being achieving more. If somebody is too perfect or had it too perfect, I don't even want to fuck with that person. Like, who is this perfect person? So again, it's how the world wants to perceive their heroes.
That's true. This was a dope ass conversation. I gotta bring you back, but we're gonna do it in person. No, we're gonna do the Streetz Talk interview in person. I want to come to your hood. I'm gonna come to your hood and interview you, and you're gonna show me what it's like being a Crip for the day. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I want to see what like a day in the life with Glasses Malone is like. I think let's do that. Let's set that up. We'll do that. I'm gonna bring Streetz Talk to your area. We're gonna talk, chop it up, and get even depth because I feel like we couldn't bottle it all up right here. I got one more interview after this. I appreciate you for coming on. If there's one thing you can say for the Streetz before we out of here, please let everybody know.
For the Streetz, I just need you to apologize to black men without the but. I need you to really say, I did this interview with intent on you saying, you know what? I made a post that said black men don't protect black women. And it was too general. So what I need you to do is apologize to black men who really stand up. You know what? I apologize to all black men who stand up for black women. No but though.
I'm not gonna butt.
Focus that energy there. That's all I ask for.
I got that. All right, everybody, it's your girl Jackiie LA with Streetz Talk. I'm going to give a public announcement to all my black men out there if I offended you with my post. But I love my black men.
And we will stand up for you.
And you guys will stand up for us. Was that good?
That's love.
I did it. We did it. All right. I need a drop from you. Tell everybody your name. You on Streetz Talk. And yeah.
Check this out. GLA $$ East Side. Feel me? Chilling with the homegirl Jackiie LA. Streetz Talk, man. Feel me? They always talking. They won't shut the fuck up.
Period. All right. Because I'm on yours, you have to save this.
I will. I'm going to make sure. And this is the only live I've ever saved in my life. So you got it.
So download it and then send it to me, and then I can upload it, do what I got to do.
All right. Got you.
All right. Later. Bye, everybody.